tell me, what happened the other day with the police?
So there were about 15 or 20 of us out here around the picnic tables, getting together, touching base, letting each other know, hey, we're safe, and this is what's been going on, and these are the places that are helping and not, where the resources are, where we're getting in trouble for it, because the Middletown City Police, it's that time of year where they're chasing us out of everywhere. They got the lights going on. They don't want the tourists to be, I understand it. When a lot of us get together, some of us like to make messes, and it's a lot for people to clean up and look at. Anyway. When where we're at right now had a separation between two different business identities, and everybody gets them confused with each other. And the officer, when that first happened, all the officers on the force would stop by and let us know we needed to move along, and we would, or get in trouble. Then a time came when we understood out here that there was an agreement made between somebody that we're allowed to be here as long as we're not making a mess.
Because the owners of this place said you could. They told you could hang out here.
The proprietor of the organization, the person in charge.
They said as long as you don't drink.
No.
Or what?
They said as long as, these are our two rules. As long as we don't make a mess, and as long as we take all of our stuff with us when we go. So I can't go out here dumpster diving and collect a bunch of stuff and leave it here while I go do other stuff. When I leave, I have to take my stuff with me. This isn't a storage unit. If it's raining out, I can come in here and stay dry. If it's cold out, I can come up here and see if somebody's got a blanket or gloves, or this is what we've known for the last 3 years. Our support group, our system, that somebody or something.
So tell me what happened with the cops that they said.
So once it was established that we could be here, to my ears, from the proprietor of the organization, that I was allowed to be here as long as I did not make a mess or leave any stuff behind when I left. So I've been standing on that. I have permission to be here. The same female officer, the rest of the officers on the force have stopped chasing us away.
How you doing, honey?
I'm good, sweetie.
The rest of the officers on the force have stopped chasing us away. There's one female officer, Debbie Isabel.
Yes, honey.
I'm in the middle of an interview. I just want you to know that on camera.
Yeah, I know. I've been interviewed about it before.
Well, you're next on the list.
Yeah,
You can be.
today, no.
So, okay,
So,
what did they
so
say?
she stopped. Somebody said, "Here come the police." Somebody just stopped and gave me a dog, malnourished, skin and bones. And I said, "No, they're not." And I walked over and I sat in the middle of the parking lot so she couldn't pull in. Because I'm mean like that. Nobody invited her. She's not helping clean. There's 15, 20 of us out here cleaning up the property, and she's stopping to ask us to leave because there's a standing order from the chief. It's not even chief right now to, well, ask your pastor if he's got bail money. Look, lady, I'm not a messenger between you and the police. I know every time I see anybody from here, they ask me, can you help clean? Here I am helping clean. I've been asked to be here. I'm not even just hanging out here. I've been asked to be here.
Right, and you help
And
clean.
the police are stopping by without a phone call, without no kind of complaint, no nothing. Nobody's complaining about us.
I do.
That's harassment. That's harassment.
I'm not.
And you made the comment a little while ago that I don't get loud and throw a fit. Yes, I
Yes, he
do
does.
every single time because I'm not going to be harassed by the city police.
Thank you, Lord.
And if I find out wrong I'm later while I'm sitting in my jail cell, then that's on me.
So they made you leave, or they
I
tried
refuse
to.
leave. I refuse to leave.
You
Some
said-
people decided to leave. Some people decided to
We
stay.
had a confession, Amanda.
She wasn't even here. She wasn't even here that day.
You said several of you stood up to the cops.
There were 15 or 20 of us out here when she pulled up.
Yeah, she took.
There were 12 of us here There were 12 of us
Oh.
here that somebody saw and placed on Facebook. Because I've been asked to be here. I'm not leaving. Nobody called. You're trespassing. If you come up here to arrest me for it.
So you stood your ground against the police.
It was.
That's
She wanted me to call him. Against being harassed, yes, each and every time. Me and my friends. Whether they want to.
Do you know what's important today? Tell them what's important today, Rob.
Because I do get loud.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to hear that mess.
What's important today?
You know, I don't want to hear it when somebody else is being loud. They don't want to hear it when I'm being loud.
About our people.
When I'm talking to you like this, I'm just including myself in it.
Right.
Because our rules were not, do not sit back there and don't drink. Or don't do drugs. Or don't cover up with blankets. Or wear purple hats. Our rules were, don't make a mess. And make sure when you leave, you take all your stuff with you.
No.
So let me ask you, when you guys stood your ground,
There
did
were
they
a lot
leave?
of phone calls made. She threatened to harass me and cite me for the dog that I got.
Out here.
And she left. She gave me 1 hour to be off the property,
We
but
have
she was
to
coming
stick
back to
with-
arrest me.
Come here.
I called the pastor, talked to him on the phone. He came out and stood and waited for her to come back in that hour. And when
what's going on?
it got cold and everybody was ready to leave and go, because we're not going to stay here just to prove a point.
Today ain't the day.
As people were leaving, she pulled back up with another officer to arrest me for still being here. And there were, and in front of another officer, when I'm telling her, here's his phone number, call him and ask him.
I gave Erica one and
She's got no choice but to call and ask
That other piece,
and get permission for us to be here. So now we're allowed to be here. That's what Amanda's excited about. Now we're allowed to be here. There was a misunderstanding somewhere along the chain of command.
So now the police can't harass you for being here.
They can't harass us.
They
at
can't,
all.
but
No, they can't. It's against the Constitution.
they're not supposed to because you
Right.
got permission.
But if we're all going to just run every time they show up, then the misunderstanding is not going to get corrected.
Right.
Somebody has to raise their hand and say, wait a minute now, let's sit down and talk about this. Because I can't keep running. My feet are tired. It's cold out and I don't got nowhere to warm them up. This was my warm-up place. This is my safe spot.
Yeah, because you have
From day
covering.
one, since I've been coming here, this was my safe spot. My therapist is 6 years running, worked out of this building with my case manager. Because I'm trying to get help for the issues that I have. And they want to break us up and disperse us into, oh, we're congregating to what? Help each other get better?
Yeah.
That's uncalled for. And that lady officer, I want to say on some kind of camera, in front of that other officer that she came back with, not knowing my name because I refused to give it to her, had the audacity to ask me if I was just showing out because my ex just died. What kind of nonsense is that from a city official?
Yeah, you told me your ex just passed away.
She touched each and every one of these person's lives. Every one of these people could tell you a lifetime long story about this woman, and not two of them would be the same. She was the best and worst thing that ever happened to me, and I love her every minute for it. And if this is where we're safe at, this is where I'm going to keep coming.
Okay, we're all supposed to be
If I got a problem with Dave about me being here, me and Dave will talk about it and I'll leave.
That's all people do.
But the police
Dave
have
is
no
a
right to step
pastor.
in and chase us out. If nobody's calling and complaining, we're not doing nothing wrong.
No.
I'm sorry, but that's.
It's
I hope that
quiet.
answered everything. I get passionate and I'll get real loud after this, just repeating myself. Because I've been drinking a little bit today. And it's the holidays and I got people dying. My hands hurt, my feet hurt. Thank God they let me get a shower.
Thank you,
Thank
Jesus.
God they let me get a shower today. I was the first one in line. His girlfriend was second.
Now, do you need gloves?
No, ma'am, because somebody at the bus station gave us a bunch today.
Oh,
But not
good.
all of us made it there. Somebody might. I got gloves I'm passing out because I got extra over there.
Good. And
I'm not
I've
bragging
known,
about that. If you know
listen.
anybody that needs something, you run out or whatever, I got some too. Blankets, whatever.
I've known you for a while now, and you've always been very helpful with me,
I hope so. I
and
hope
you
so.
always have a smile to give me.
Yes, ma'am.
And when I need heavy things that need lifting and carrying, you're right there to help me out, and I
But
appreciate
my
that.
hands hurt, so don't ask me to tear too much today.
Well, just make sure you put your gloves on. Okay. And I did give you some candy bars, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, they're my favorite ones too. They're great with
Alright.
coffee.
I've got so many people in my head right now.
You ain't on camera telling him you don't want to be on camera.
Oh, honey, she's a godly woman. I love her.
Look, I've known you
I was the
also.
first person she
And I ain't gonna
recorded.
be on
Remember that?
I've known you for some time.
Yeah, you got me on video the first time you had to record anybody over here.
Yeah.
They always stick me in there.
I'm headed to Hollywood.
And I got a